Man, my content's all over the place. Hey everyone, my name is Dylan and I hope you're doing well. There are two pretty mid fast food restaurants with the same parent company called Carl's Jr. and Hardees. If you somehow haven't heard of them, they're both your run-of-the-mill fast food burger restaurants. After checking out the websites and menus, you'll see they're pretty much identical. I mean, sure, the menus are vaguely different, they have different specials, but everything from the design of the logo to the font to even just the looks of the building are practically the same. They even used to advertise the red and green burritos. I don't remember who had what, but like it was the same thing more or less, but each restaurant was like an invert of the other. It was fascinating to me, even like as a kid. I don't even know if they still advertise the red and green burritos anymore, by the way. I haven't had Hardees in literally years. So with all that being said, I got to thinking the other day. See, Carl's Jr. is more known on the West Coast and over, whereas Hardees is more known on the East Coast and over. So my question is it possible for me to find the definitive line between all Hardees and all Carl's Jr.? Now, I'm sure you're wondering, Dylan, why would you waste your time and do something as unimportant as that? So I started out by looking for a way to plot down the stores, and I found out that Google Maps actually has an extension where you can customize one of their maps. That's perfect. Both restaurants also have a view all locations section on their websites, meaning I can now see what states have Carl's Jr.'s and what states have Hardees. So with that, I immediately got to work, deciding I would represent Carl's Jr. in red and Hardees in yellow. After plotting all the locations in Alaska and Arkansas, I think that was when I realized how much of a challenge I was about to take on, because that shit took forever. God damn. Not only that, but look at all the cities that have a Carl's Jr. in the state of California. Nevertheless, mama didn't raise no bitch, so I persisted. I mean, after all, if I can't put in max effort towards all of my stupid ideas, how will I ever put max effort in towards all of my good ones? So when I work on my videos, right, I like to have something playing in the background. Sometimes it's video essays, podcasts, VODs, that sort of thing. With that said, in the middle of my plotting, I got an interesting ad.
The best things in life never change. They just get better, like Hardee's original bag.
God damn it, they're on to me. They've infiltrated my electronics, my phone, my computer, my Roku. The bigwigs want me to know that they know what I'm doing. But why do they care? What are they afraid? I'm gonna find out. And even worse, how many warnings do I get before they finally act? After checking out my surroundings carefully, I got back to work. I was going to mark down every single store when I realized, hey idiot, you're trying to find the line between both restaurants, not plot down every single store. So I stopped after making sure I got down all of the essential ones. So now that we ended up here, I kind of realized, hey, I don't really know how to go about the graphing process. I tried linking the stores, a few other patterns, when I finally realized, hey, maybe I should just shift my perspective a little bit. Instead of finding the definitive line between each of these locations, maybe what I need to do is find the valley that connects them where neither exist. So that being said, here we are. I called this the anti-Kartcher zone, named after Carl Kartcher, the founder of Carl's Jr. It's an almost magical place where his company's greasy hands can't come anywhere near my steadily dwindling bank accounts. Now, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, I think it's time that I give you the specifics of these dividing lines. Green screen transition, go! Actually, I decided not to do a green screen transition because I wanted there to be a title card. Moving on, so we're starting up here in Burlington, Washington, which is the US's most northwestern Carl's Jr. Afterwards, you're going to see a bit of a slope heading through Marysville, Wenatchee, Moses Lake, Ritzville, and Cheney, leading us up and back around the Spokane area. After skipping town, we head towards Idaho through Post Falls and stop at Coeur d'Alene. I'm sorry, I probably murdered the pronunciation. From there, Carl's Jr. senses something. It's a force, a pull, and it's coming from nowhere other than the state of Oregon. After falling down to Ontario, not that one, we run around the Boise, Idaho area, run across to Idaho Falls, and finally lead the state down to Nevada, whatever one. Only for a second though, because we immediately dart east, just grazing Wyoming until we head down to Colorado from Cheyenne. As anyone else would, Colorado is a great state. I made a video there. You should check it out after this. You can see that the restaurants run through Brush, another Burlington, La Junta, and Waylandesburg. And this is the point where we reach Oklahoma, and let me tell ya, something weird is going on in Oklahoma. Specifically starting in Tulsa, spanning through Oklahoma City, and then letting out over in Tahlequah. You'll notice in Oklahoma City, this yellow line, which is part of the Hardees restaurants. We'll get to that later. And if we take an even closer look, you'll see that 2 of these points are in the same building. Now, I have no way to confirm this, nor am I going to try to, but I am like 99% sure that Hardee's breakfast has snuck its way into a Carl's Jr. Those crafty sons of bitches. This is so stupid. This is the stupidest fucking video I've ever made in my life, but I love it. And when I discovered this, I had a feeling that this is exactly what the bigwigs didn't want me to find. See, this discovery creates a small patch of the US that I call the pro-Kartcher zone, which actually reverses the money-saving effects of the anti-Kartcher zone. If my calculations are correct, you're actually more susceptible to losing all of the money in your bank account if you step into this zone. So please, to my viewers, for your own financial safety, avoid this location. Or, I mean, at least their parking lot. I'm not going to tell you not to eat at the restaurant. I don't really care. Getting away from the pro-Kartcher zone, we zigzag our way down to Texas. As you can see, we avoid Dallas, Fort Worth, and Houston, and head down to our southernmost Carl's Jr., right on the border of Mexico. Brownsville, Texas is where we finish off our divider for all of the Carl's Jr.'s. Now into Hardees. I don't know, maybe put like explosions or whatever for all of those. I think it'd be fun. I don't know. If we cross the Gulf, we head into Louisiana where we find our first Hardees in the town of Iowa. Heading up, we immediately leave the state to Prescott, Arkansas. Now rushing through Benton, Russellville, and Fort Smith. After dipping its toes in Sallisaw, Oklahoma, the path heads back over to Mountain Home, Arkansas, and then immediately back to our pro-Kartcher zone. Jesus Hardees, make up your damn minds. The trek takes us to Missouri for a bit, stopping in West Branson, Aurora, Neosho, and finally Joplin. We zigzag through Kansas, stopping through Emporia, McPherson, Abilene, in the Topeka area. Yet again, there's another pit stop in Missouri, this time in St. Joseph. And from there, we head back to Nebraska. Bear with me guys, we're almost there. It's like 5 more states, I promise. In Nebraska, the line heads through Syracuse, Omaha area, North Platte, and Norfolk. In the Sioux City area, you can see Nebraska and Iowa play tug of war with Iowa winning, stealing the Hardees name for Lamar, Orange City, and Sheldon. Okay, so this video is just turning into me saying the names of a bunch of cities, so we're gonna go ahead and skip right through South Dakota. Sorry, South Dakotans. And we stop back in Wyoming, this time in Buffalo. And as you can see on the map, there's a pretty clear agreement in Wyoming. You stay down there, we'll stay up here. After heading up to Hardin, Montana, we head over to Missoula and back to Great Falls. And folks, this concludes our Hardees division line. And there we have it. After a lot of plotting and graphing, I've successfully divided the country. Not that it really needed my help in doing so. If you see that I missed any Carl's Jr. or Hardees, no I didn't, don't be a narc. I appreciate all of you watching. Please like and subscribe because I really would love to see this number hit 100. That would be awesome. And finally, if I go missing, it's because Carl's Jr. has silenced me for my research today. Bye. I forgot to say, but hey, if I said your city or your state, you should totally like this video and then subscribe so I know. Haha. Please do that though.